Who's next?
Hey, how y'all doing? Back again with a great episode of the It Factor Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Jeremy Robinson. Today we have someone special. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Oh man, Daryl Worley. Nice to meet y'all.
Gee, man. So how are you doing mentally, physically, and emotionally?
I'm doing good, honestly, on all of the stages. I mean, everyone has their ups and downs in life. Through different moments, you go through different emotions, everything. Mentally, you could be drained out, but me personally, I'm at a good stage right now. The season's over. I'm able to be back home with family,
Mm,
loved ones, being able to see my kids each and every day, drop them off at school. So, that always has me in a great headspace.
that's good, man. Ain't nothing like family, man. You know,
Yeah.
with that being said, man, what does family mean to you, man? When you hear the word family, what does that mean to you?
Honestly, family means everything to me. And I would say that's even before I was blessed, with the opportunity to have three beautiful children. I've always been a guy that was raised, with a not the biggest family, but like the closest knit family. We lean on one another no matter what the situation is. I'm the youngest of three, but
Mm.
my two older siblings are both 18 years older than me.
Oh,
So it's like, yeah, I'm like the super baby. I'm really probably the damn mistake, but
really?
the mistake that ended up being a blessing. But family's been everything to me. I was raised by my mother and my father. They're still here with us, and really my grandmother too. So it's family means everything to me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Same, brother. If it wasn't for family, man, I wouldn't be here today. You know.
No, for sure, it definitely takes a village.
Indeed, man. So I say, what's your it factor? Why do you do what you do?
Um, I could say family, but
Mm.
nah. Honestly, I do what I do honestly just for the love of it. At this point, I love the game to like an undeniable point. You know what I'm saying? Like there's never points where I'm tired of getting up and going to work. There's never not times where I'm tired of being able to put the time in or the extra work in. Um, and those are the times, honestly, joking with my wife about it.
Mm.
Um, I want to say maybe last year, I was going into year 8, and she was just like, "How much longer you think you will do this?" And I was just like, "Man, I didn't have an answer for her, honestly, but it
Mm.
wasn't until it was some days where I was like going out working out by myself. It's some hot summer days where you still got to wear a helmet because you're trying to get in shape. And
Right.
I just came back in the house one time and I told her, I was like, listen, when I can't get myself up to go do that by myself,
Mm.
I know my love for it is gone. I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? So all in all, I would say that my love for the game, my respect for it and everything, is what really really makes me do what I do.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I say, what's your personal definition of resilience, man? That has
Hmm.
guided you through your ups and downs in your career and playing the NFL.
Personal definition. Trying to think of like a phrase I could put it into. Uh, I think that the biggest thing about resilience is most people see it as something that, oh, you overcome something one time or something bad happens and, oh yeah, I bounce back.
Mm.
I think it's not until real resilience where you face multiple challenges back to back to back where it starts to feel as though, damn, I may not get back up from this. I
Mm.
don't think I don't think your mentality truly becomes resilient until you get to a point mentally where you're starting to face the factor of this may not happen. Like this positive may not come out of this. And that's truly where you're at your quote unquote lowest point. Because then you're almost mentally at the stage of where you're beginning to accept what your reality is.
Mm.
And you're about to live in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not until you're at that statement and that mentality where you have to get yourself to the other side of that. And that's where I would say the definition of resilience come when you walk yourself out of that lowest point.
Indeed, bro. I say the same thing. I've been through some things, and I'll be honest with you, God was with me the whole time because if I was doing it by myself, I
For
don't
sure.
I don't know, man. That leads me to my next question, bro. That's why I love podcasting. I would say, how has your faith in God, man, helped you navigate the pressure and the challenges of, being a family man and also being an NFL and being in the public light?
Honestly, my faith has been everything, and it wasn't. I'm trying to figure out the right way to say it. It wasn't always the forefront in my mind,
Mhm.
if that makes sense. And it's crazy because I was always raised, you know what I'm saying, believe in God, know God, speak to God, pray, all of those type of things. Like I wasn't a big guy on going to church or any of that. Like that's just personally, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's different ways to connect with God than, showing up on Sundays just once every 7 days.
Indeed.
Um, I say that to say, while I was going through ups and downs throughout my career, I felt like there was points where I wasn't necessarily putting God at the forefront of everything
Mhm.
and not, really leaning on him to guide me through those obstacles, to lift me up when I was at those lowest points. And that's another thing. Like I said about the resilience, it's those moments in which now where my faith is a lot stronger and a lot more outflowing and more publicized because I'll post about it, I'll do this, I'll do, you know what I'm saying, because when I was at a younger age, I didn't really understand the fact that it was God bringing me through. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just try to wait. Oh yeah, something good is going to happen. No, God's going to make something good happen. Is the understanding that I have in each and every situation now. So no matter whether it's family, football, extracurriculars, it doesn't matter what it is. God's going to make it happen on His time and no one else's. And that's one of the major factors and major pivotal points that I've come to understand, to respect, to love. You know what I'm saying? It's the darkest times that's kind of that has brought me closer to God. So
Mhm.
now when I do feel as though I may be on like a downward spiral or I feel a fall in the journey,
Mhm.
I'm not I'm not necessarily trying to scramble and find the answers myself. I know exactly where I have to go to find those answers. Exactly where to go to be able to need a shoulder to lean on. You know what I'm saying? So those that and my faith and everything has, it's grown and enormousized over the years.
True, man. I love that, man. I love that, bro. And that's what it's all about. I would say, who are you outside of all you're known for?
Outside of all I'm known for, I mean, I honestly I'm a loving husband, a loving father, and those are the two things that I can hold up to. You know what I'm saying? If they were just giving out trophies for that, I would be
Yes,
happy
sir.
with getting no other trophy. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Being able to be there, being able to have the father title and the dad title because they're comfortable with you being both. But I'm a friend, a loved one, someone that's there, regardless of anything. I have other interests, you know what I'm saying? People can look at my page. I like fashion. I like, you know what I'm saying, different things. But at the end of the day, there's nothing more proud I can be. There's nothing more pride I can have in than being a father and a husband.
I love that, man. I love that, man. I'll say, who are some of your favorite cornerbacks of all time, man?
Of all time, I would put probably Champ Bailey, Charles Woodson, who I actually had the honor of meeting while I played out in Oakland earlier in my career. Those two, they come, straight to mind, off the top of my head.
Got you, man. That's what's up. I say, how has your view in the NFL changed from that young kid getting drafted to the Carolina Panthers to now, playing for the Titans?
Man,
I was like, dang, this is a little different.
man, it's like, and everyone's not the same.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I was drafted to the Carolina Panthers. I mean, I played with some gold jacket players over there. You know what I'm saying? So when I was I will admit it before anyone else could even bring it up. I was a young dumbass to say the least. You know what I'm saying? Like even though I wasn't doing things and always getting in trouble, I was a dumbass. I didn't realize the business of the NFL, the technicalities. Every day's an interview, and all the things that come with it. The little things that matter so much that you don't even realize. But now coming into this stage of my career, I
Hmm.
mean, I understand it all. It all plays a part. From the moment of how you walk in the building each day, whether it's a smile or frown of how you carry yourself around the building, what time you get in, all of the little things play a part. And I can't fault young guys for coming in and not understanding that because I mean, even though I didn't struggle with the factor of like walking around, so, oh, I'm tired, coach, or blah, 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 and things like that, I can't fault them guys for not knowing because I know for sure I did not know when I was young. And it's honestly the relationships, it's all the things. It's damn near everyone's not gonna make a Pro Bowl. Everyone's not gonna make an All Pro, but it's damn near all the things that you do off the field that keeps you in this league more than it is the things you do on the field. And that's the one of the biggest understandings that I do have now.
Got you, man. I would say, how do you balance it all, or how do you, manage it all? Being a father, being a husband, and also playing in the league, and the other things that you do outside of football.
Honestly, I wouldn't even say that I'm the one that balances it. I would say that my scale tips
Uh-huh.
damn near, you know what I mean? And honestly, like I said, my wife she's the pivotal point in all of this.
Hmm.
Because without my wife, I don't think that I would be able to manage it off. I wouldn't be able to take care of kids while I'm in season and do the, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that she's able to kind of turn into like that superhero who damn near handles everything that she can on her own, you
Hmm.
know, and during those times of year and in season and things like that. Out of season, you know, in the off season we have time. I do this, I run around with the kids, you know what I'm saying? And we co-collab on it. But the fact that over the last my oldest will be 8 this year, but over the last 7 years or whatever, she's been, you know what I mean? She's the pivotal, she's the rock. You know what I mean? And without her, that scale would continue to be tipped. But you know, she's the rock that holds it down on the other side. And without her, I mean, I'm truly grateful for her.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I feel the same way about my wife, man. I was just digging. I sat back. I said, "Where my ring at? Oh, wait a minute." 'Cause and we be laughing about it, man. And I love my wife, man. She make a lot of things possible. Even before the show today, she was like, "Hey, I get off at this time. Like, am I gonna walk in this?" I'm like, "Girl, we in the studio. You good?" But she always, so I commend you for that, man. And you're doing a great job. That's why I reached out.
Appreciate it.
Not because you're in the NFL. Granted, I like football, play football, but at the end of the day, I love to see people's lives, man, and see what they do. So thank
Yeah.
you so much, bro. So before we close, man, just got a few more questions. One of them asking, man, it's real big because you alluded to it earlier. Man, when the time comes, you hang your helmet and your cleats up for the last time. What would you like to be remembered for in the game of football?
Honestly, I just want to be remembered that as a guy that did it the right way.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And they like I said, everyone's not going to make a Pro Bowl. Everyone's not going to make an All Pro. I promise you that out of the however many they say it is, 1,500 players,
Hmm.
everyone's not going to get a multi-million-dollar contract. Everyone's not. But again, I've been in the game 9 years. Hopefully, more years to come, God willing. But at the same time, I did things the right way,
Hmm.
regardless. And if everyone could say that about me at the end of my tenure, that I did it the right way, I was dependable. I was a reliable teammate that they could trust in. You know what I mean. I was loyal to the game. I was loyal to everyone around me. There's nothing better you could have than as a man than have your character intact and you know what I mean, no dust on your name and your reputation. So
Sir. Yes, sir, man. So I say, what have been some of your memorable moments, man, playing in NFL, college, high school? What have been some of your over the years? Like, dang.
uh honestly in college, you know, things were I played in the Big 12, so we had some big time schools. Texas was still in the Big 12. You know, we this is Oklahoma's heyday when they were making, you know, national championships and all of that type stuff. So honestly, being able to play in those stadiums, because honestly, in those stadiums compared to NFL stadiums, it's like it's two different worlds.
Right.
Honestly, because some of them stadiums are hitting 90 to 100 to 110,000 fans in there at times.
Mhm.
So it's almost you almost feel as though those games are bigger than some NFL games, and, and it sounds crazier to say,
Mhm.
but I promise you, it's nothing like drunk college fans yelling. compared to compared to John, who got to go back after the game and probably make his mortgage payment. You know what I'm saying? He ain't yelling the same as the one that the people that just drink the Four Loko. So some of those, I would definitely say those college days are just they were phenomenal, man. Being able to make those plays. I've played some places in the league, Carolina. I would say the most memorable moment I probably ever had was in Oakland. It was in 2019, and that was the closing season of the Raiders being in Oakland before they went to Vegas.
Yeah,
Just some of the memories that were made in that stadium, times and people that you would see, games and those atmospheres. It's memorable stuff that you'll never forget.
indeed, indeed, bro. And then my last question, man, is for the young athletes out there who feel misunderstood, are struggling or having setbacks. What some advice would you give to them?
Never give up. I promise you. Honestly, when the world seems against you, when family, friends, teachers, mentors, whatever it is, I promise you, never let anyone tell you that you can't do something. I promise you, because one thing that I've always lived by, and it's funny that me and my friends we joke about it, but every joke has some truth to it. And the one thing that I've always lived by is plan A.
Yes, sir.
And that's where it stopped. It always stopped for me. It was never, oh, if this plan A don't work, I got B, C, D. When you write out your goals, when you're young, no matter what age you is, when you're making your plans out, just stop at A.
Hmm.
I promise you, because your relentlessness and everything that you're pursuing to get the A, it'll take you way further to get the A, and you'll have way more drive getting to A than if you had B and C, because oh yeah, I got a comfort zone. I got something to fall back on. And that's been the biggest thing for me. I mean, from high school on, I've everything's been plan A to me.
Hmm.
When I went into college, it was plan A. Let's do what I got to do on a football field. Let's get out of here.
Yes, sir.
I was out of there in 3 years. Plan A. You know what I mean? It's everything's been plan A to me, and you'll never necessarily need a B,
Hmm.
unless until God takes you to plan B.
Indeed, man, and that literally happened for me. Like you saying, I made the transition. I got away from sports after freshman year, and it hurt, man, because I was like, dang, I was a football player, and went on to be an engineer. And then after graduating, I was working at a good big company, but I was like, man, let me start a podcast, like you said. But God gave that to me, so I
Yeah,
made that step, and it was cool to be able to make that step. So you're definitely right about that.
yeah,
That's what my mom taught me growing up. Like, look, this your plan, we gonna do it to the fullest.
yeah.
You know.
You got to put everything into it. You can't be 1 foot in, one
Mm-mm.
foot out.
You're right.
When you make that decision, you got to be in, and that's it.
You're right, man. So, do you have any questions for me?
Um, I mean, what's the beside you gave me a little bit, but like, what really made you start in the podcast game and everything? I see the HBCU and everything.
Yes, indeed, brother. So, I was at Clark Atlanta University, man, and was studying computer science and engineering. And I literally prayed to God, like, about a class, like, hey, you guys get through this. I'm gonna do something to give back. And years went by. I ain't gonna even hold you, man. And time went by, and I talked to my friend. He's like, bro, you should start a TV show. You know, a lot of people. You know, athletes, you know, doctors, lawyers, teachers. I'm like, bro, I ain't doing a TV show. And it kept coming back, bro. So I prayed about it and I talked to my girl, that's my wife now, and I started getting the time out, bro, and started interviewing people. And I
Yeah.
talked to my mom and friends. They were like, "Yeah, just reach out to people you always want to interview or talk to." And bro, I literally seen it keep growing to where I wrote my book, The Art of Networking. Because so many people start
Wow.
asking, "Man, how you got in touch with them? Or how you got in touch with this person? Or like, how do you control working with comedy people and the famous people?" This, I'm like, bro, y'all people. Y'all
Yeah.
make me
Everyone's
figure
people
it
at
out.
the end of the day.
I ain't sitting here like, oh dang, I'm so. I be like, look, I love doing it, man, and I love to give back and help people, man. And like today, this make my day, bro. Granted, I worked all day. If I can come do these every day, bro, I'll be,
Yeah.
because I get to get someone to tell their story, and other kids and young people are gonna see that, and older people gonna be like, dang, they doing that.
Yeah.
Go after your dream. Keep changing the narrative, man. That's my biggest
Nah,
thing.
for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah, man. That's
Ah, man, I appreciate that. No, I definitely respect it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Nah,
man. We
you're
got to
doing a great
collaborate
job.
again, man.
No, definitely. Hey, listen, you got my contact. I'm down for it whenever.
Yes, sir, brother. So yeah, I'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna get a snippet out probably by Friday, but I'll be texting you, man.
All right, bet. Sounds good.